of the craft, and if they're closed like this, that means they're in low damage mode, and if they're open, that means they're in high damage mode. And the longer they attack somebody, we'll see the more damage that they do. Let's see if we can. I'll point out one that's in high damage mode once it attacks a little bit. There we go. You can see that it's once the battle's over, you can see that it's sort of appendages there are opened up more so, and then it's going to close back down, meaning it's further back to low damage mode. But anyway, the trick to dealing with these Void Rays is to attack them when they're in low damage sort of arrangement. Because in this scenario, let's take the scenario where he's destroying his base and he's taking down a lot of buildings and he's taking down a lot of structures. All his Void Rays are going to be in high damage sort of stance, so they're all going to do a ton of damage, and if you try and attack them while they're all in that kind of stance, they're all doing a lot of damage, your forces are going to get ripped up. They're going to get melted by those Void Rays. But if you attack them when they're so I kind of let him destroy that base a little bit. I had to sacrifice that base, because if I sent them in to attack those Void Rays, I would have been crushed. Those Void Rays would have melted my forces if I had attacked them while they were attacking the base, because they're all in that high damage mode. So I had to wait, let them destroy some of those buildings, sacrifice those buildings, and then I attacked and was able to destroy a couple of them. I still got these Dark Templar here. I don't think they do anything for the rest of the game. And I finally expanded. It took me a while to expand. I finally expanded up to here. I've got more warp gates going down, and also started researching my upgrades or shields and weapons. Going to make my stalkers a little bit more formidable. And here comes my stalker force, going to go out across the field, and we're going to spot Sir Bacon's expansion, his one and only expansion, and only defended by a few Vikings, and these stalkers are just going to tear him up, along with supported by a couple Dark Templars. And there goes Sir Bacon's one and only base, because for some reason he didn't rebuild his friggin' base over here. So he's got nothing at this point. I didn't, now looking at this replay, I didn't notice it, but I completely knocked him out early in the game. He hasn't rebuilt his base, and he doesn't have the ability to rebuild his base because he doesn't have any SCVs, because I killed them all in that attack, and he's pretty much effed. Then I'm going to try and push in the front door here to Necromant, but he's got plenty of forces there. I could have blinked over these supply depots, but I didn't want to. I thought I'd lose if I attacked that force there, because he's got siege tanks already to defend the area here. So I'm going to go around and then go attack Eagle Eye's base, the Protoss base. He's got plenty of Void Rays there, and I'm going to blink my stalkers around into position. And there's too many stalkers for him, and these Void Rays are going to get destroyed. Try and continually to blink them in and harass them. He's going to use them to threaten me a little bit more, but these stalkers are just too much. So I'm going to go in and start destroying some of his pylons, and I'm becoming a really big fan of stalkers. The more I use them, the more I like them, I think. And finally this Terran force is going to come in and attack me. And I see them. He's got plenty of siege tanks. I'm going to try and blink into a position and take out those siege tanks, but there's just too much artillery fire, and my stalkers go down. But one Dark Templar remains, and in an act of vengeance, he destroys all the siege tanks, and then goes and kills all of his ghosts, just because they happen to be there. And then he dies. So he's really a martyr for his cause, that guy. Still remembered as a legend in the Protoss circles. So, because I've got... I don't know why I haven't... I must have forgotten that I built these things. Anyway. So because I've got a bunch of warp gates, I can warp in forces very, very quickly with these warp gates. Continue to upgrade. And also, we can see Eagle Eye... Or not Eagle Eye, Stefan Julia is attacking the orange with his one carrier. His one carrier is going on a daring assault on his expansion here. He's gonna take down these pylons, so they're not able to. So he's not able to produce any more units from there. And power down those stargates, but Senior Bacon's last Vikings come in and destroy that carrier, and he's gonna, keep him flying around, whatever. I'm not sure, because like I said, this guy's done. I destroyed all his SCVs and all his command centers, so he's pretty much effed, and he's got no money at all. All he can do is he's got a bunch of production buildings. Produce a couple Vikings every so often. And you see that Eagle Eye has what looks to be, let's just see if we can count them. He's got 7 Stargates. 7 of them. So he's able to just pump out a Void Ray after Void Ray with those Stargates. Also, I'm also expanding to area relatively close to my enemies. Comparatively to the Red Protoss, who's my ally, he's only got 4 gateways out, and he's just producing carriers, which are kind of lame unless they're supported by, Void Rays or something. But carriers alone are not that impressive and powerful. But he does have them fully damage upgraded, so that's pretty cool. These Dark Templars are still there. Should have morphed them into an Archon. Also, for some reason, he's got a bunch of probes here. And those probes are going to get spotted by this Void Ray fleet. Another Void Ray fleet is going to